Hey everyone, it's Micha, here to remind you that if you enjoy these videos, make sure you like this one and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss one of our urban adventures. So I'm getting ready to embark on a cross-country road trip from Los Angeles to Miami, where I will be getting on the Norwegian Pearl for the second SS Neverender with Coheed Cambria. This is a Sixthman cruise, and in the Facebook group that all of the cruisers are a part of, one of the big things that people ask is, what should I pack? So this will be my second Sixthman cruise. I've been on a few other cruises on other cruise lines as well. So I just kind of wanted to go over the things I like to pack when I go cruising. All right, so first and foremost, you're gonna wanna have a backpack with you. Think of it as like your carry-on. So when you get to the port, you're gonna check your suitcase. I recommend taking a spinner luggage. It just makes everything easier. And then you can use packing cubes in those. Again, makes life easier. We use SoulGuard. Link to their website is in the description. We really like them because theirs come with this thing that they call a convertible closet, and it's really great. You stick all of your stuff into it, cinch it down, and then when you get to where you're going, you hang it up and it unfolds and you have a little closet. So pretty cool. But anyways, when you get to the port, you'll check that in, and the porters will then make sure it gets to your room. So make sure you have cash because you're gonna want to tip your porters. That's really important. Again, they're making sure that your luggage gets on the ship safe and sound, so please make sure you tip them. Now, since you're gonna have since that's not going to be in your possession, you're going to want to make sure you have a backpack or some sort of small bag. Backpacks just work the easiest to keep with you. You're going to want to keep any important documents like your passport or your birth certificate, your wallet, things like that in there. Any medications that you're going to take in their original containers. That's really important. I have seen people in line at security who have had medication that is stamped, and they didn't have it in their original pill bottles and they had to discard it. So please make sure that you have it in the original bottle. Again, wallet, phone, any valuables. If you are planning to bring wine onto the ship, you can bring wine. You can bring 2 bottles. There is a corkage fee. As it stands right now in October of 2023, it's about $15 per bottle. If you're going to be bringing wine with you, make sure that you have that in your carry-on, because when you go through security, you're going to need to pay that corkage fee, and they will verify that it hasn't been opened and all of that. They'll do the inspection. So make sure that you have that on you. Otherwise, it will get discarded. Also, make sure you bring a bathing suit, because once you get on the boat, there's going to be some lapse of time between when you get on the boat and when you can actually access your room. So make sure you bring your bathing suit if you plan to get in the pool or the hot tub, a hoodie, because it can get chilly up on those upper decks, depending on what city you are disembarking from and what time of year it is. It can get pretty cold up there. So I always make sure that I pack a hoodie just in case. And then you want to bring anything else that you might need, like a Kindle or, things to pass the time. You don't need to bring any food. The buffet typically is open once people start boarding the boat. All right, so the cabins themselves can get a little stuffy, especially the inner cabins. So if you don't have a balcony, I really recommend that you bring a cabin fan. Now, don't bring one that plugs into the wall. They won't let that onto the ship. So make sure that if you are bringing one, that it is battery operated. But those are super handy to have. I also always bring an outlet adapter. So outlets on these ships, especially the older ships, are pretty scarce. So I bring an outlet adapter. Now, people will tell you you can't bring these. You absolutely can, but you have to make sure that there's no surge protector on it. So if you're searching for them on Amazon or online somewhere, just make sure that you get a cruise safe outlet adapter. So I prefer the ones that don't plug right into the wall. You can get those ones, but I like these ones better just because the other ones tend to cover up the second outlet. At least with this one, I have the outlet on the wall as well as all of these extra ones. And these ones are nice too because you get the additional 3 outlets, plus these ones have USB and USB-C outlets. Another thing I always bring with me on a cruise ship is a fanny pack. This is a lifesaver, especially for women. You're not gonna wanna carry around a purse. So fanny packs work really great. You can put your glasses, like for me, I wear prescription glasses and prescription sunglasses. So I keep my sunglasses in there. I also keep sunscreen, which is another thing you're gonna wanna bring, but make sure that it is reef safe sunscreen. So typically those are gonna be your zinc or titanium, but you can keep those in your fanny pack. I bring this little stick one that goes in my fanny pack. Other things that you can keep in there, if you plan to bring any cash, your credit cards, anything like that, you will attach a credit card to your onboard spending account. So you don't have to carry it around with you. If you are doing any exploring at the port, the fanny pack will be really great to keep all of that in. Hand sanitizer is found in abundance on the ship, but I still like to pack some with me because they're not always full. They do try to keep them full for the most part, especially post-COVID, but it does happen where you'll, be touching something and, you want to sanitize your hands and you'll go to use it and it's empty. So I always keep one of the little travel size ones. You can pick those up at Target in the travel area for like $2. I always keep one of those in my fanny pack. If you are bringing wine and you are planning to consume it and it is not a twist top, make sure you bring your corkscrew with you. They will allow it onto the ship if you are bringing wine with you. Some ships have them available for purchase in their stores, but not all of them do. So you might pay your corkage fee and have no way to open your wine if you don't bring a corkscrew with you. Another thing that is just really nice to have on the ship is potpourri. If you're not familiar with potpourri, it's a little bottle. You spray it before you go, and it helps minimize the scent that might linger in the bathroom after a 5-minute stint in there. These spaces inside of these cabins are very, very small and smells can consume it very, very quickly. So do yourself and your cabin mates a favor and make sure you bring some potpourri with you. So something else that's really handy to bring is an over-the-door shoe organizer. Not for your shoes, but for everything else. Storage is in very, very limited supply on a cruise ship. And because of that, any extra storage that you can bring into the space is really great, especially in the bathroom. Like the bathroom storage is almost non-existent. So these work really great to hang over the bathroom door or closet door to put all of your extra little toiletries or accessories in a place where they aren't going to get lost or move around on the shelving that is provided. So one of my favorite things about cruise ships is that the doors and the walls are magnetic. Why is this my favorite thing? Because you can bring magnetic hooks and magnetic clips to just stick onto the wall. So on Sixthman cruises, these are really great because you can put little notes for your cabin mates and clip it on. You can put the schedule so that, your phone dies and so you don't have access to the schedule on your phone. So you go to your room, you can easily access the schedule there. It also helps you, I like having the schedule up on the wall because I can plan out my day for the next day. I know Sixthman posts the schedule ahead of time and people plan out their days, but I guarantee you everything's going to change for you once you get on the ship. So having a printed schedule up on the wall makes things a lot easier. And then I use the hooks just to, hang up clothes, hang up bathing suits so that it can dry. Last year, my jeans got really, really wet, and I was able to just hang those up. They were not drying in the bathroom. There is a drying hanger thing in the bathroom, but for whatever reason, they were not drying in there. So I put them out into the cabin and they were dry within a few hours. Bamboo wet wipes are also a really great thing to have on a cruise ship. I say bamboo because this isn't like a regular toilet where you can use your Charmin wet wipes to wipe your bum. No, you need to use something that's going to decompose a little bit easier, and bamboo wipes do that. Rather than taking a few years to decompose, they take about 30 days. They are septic tank safe, and they are also cruise ship safe. So if you plan to use wet wipes when you take a shit, make sure they're bamboo. You're also going to want to make sure that you have any OTC medicines that you will need. For instance, Dramamine or Bonnie is another great one for seasickness. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, allergy medication, anything like that that you would normally use in your everyday life, make sure you're bringing those with you. They do sell stuff like this on the ship, but they don't have any way to restock. On my last Sixthman cruise, they ran out of ibuprofen and they ran out of Dramamine within the first, we weren't even on the ship for 24 hours. They ran out of it that quickly. So make sure that you bring that with you and don't rely on the store to have it in stock. You're also going to want to make sure that you're packing all of your other toiletries, makeup, hairbrush, anything like that that you will need. But leave your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash at home because it is provided by the cruise ship and will be available to you in your stateroom. I also always bring wrinkle release spray, the little travel size ones. Now the reason that I do that is because everything, you have everything packed up and it's gonna get wrinkled being in a suitcase, especially if you have a formal night or a prom night or something fun like that. You don't wanna pull your stuff out and have it be totally wrinkled. So definitely make sure that you're packing some wrinkle release spray. Again, the travel size ones you can find at Target in the travel section. That's where I get mine. Flip-flops are always a great thing to have when you're traveling anywhere. If you just need to run out really quick, let's say it's 10 o'clock at night, you're starting to feel a little hungry, you're in your room, there aren't any bands playing you want to see, but you kind of have the munchies a little bit, and you want to run to the buffet, but you don't want to put your Converse back on. You throw your flip-flops on, run on up there, grab your plate, bring it back down to your room, and enjoy. Going back to everything is magnetic, so are the doors. Now, most cruise ships allow you to decorate your doors extensively. Norwegian, not so much. Norwegian Cruise Lines has a no door decoration policy. They're a little bit lax on it if it's a magnet, so just don't go overboard and you should be okay. For this upcoming cruise that I'm doing here at the end of October, I decided to just get a packet on Amazon that has a bunch of fun Halloween magnets, and I'm going to be putting those on my door. Whenever I travel, whether that's on a cruise or, wherever, I always make sure that I bring an extra trash bag. Not for trash, but for my dirty clothes. So I throw all my dirty clothes into the trash bag. It becomes my hamper. Makes it really easy when I get home. All I have to do, I know those are my dirties, I just throw them in the laundry. Done. Another thing I really like to bring with me on cruises is a Bluetooth speaker. Now, this isn't for everybody, and some people might not need their music. I do, and I don't want to use my phone necessarily because the speaker's just, all right. So I bring a Bluetooth speaker with me so that way I can enjoy my music in my stateroom or out on my balcony if I have a balcony room. It just always makes the atmosphere feel a little bit more like home. Make sure you're bringing clothes for any theme nights you might have on the ship. So we're doing a prom night on this upcoming SS Neverender, and I have a dress that I'm wearing, and it is within the theme of one of the 4 themes that they're doing for the night. And then also packing, one of them is a masquerade theme, so I'm also bringing a mask. So that should be a lot of fun. Make sure that you pack whatever you need for those theme nights as well. Oh, and one more thing. make sure that you download the NCL app as well as Sixthman's schedule app onto your phone before you disembark. And also, don't forget to download your podcast, your favorite music on Spotify, any shows on Netflix that you might want to watch. If they're downloaded, you will be able to watch them. Obviously, streaming on a cruise ship is not the best thing. Even with the premium Wi-Fi packages, it's iffy at best. Those are really great for checking emails, sending emails, Wi-Fi calling, things like that, checking social media, but don't expect to watch a movie on Netflix with it. All right, I think that does it. Oh, you know what? I forgot one more thing. Hydration. Hydration, hydration, hydration. Cruises are notorious for the drunk people walking around, so make sure that you're bringing stuff to keep you hydrated. So for me, I am bringing buoy. This is something I can easily keep in my fanny pack. And I also am bringing some liquid IV, the sugar-free peach, because it is delicious. Good luck finding it. Took me a while. But there's also pills that you can buy online that help with, they're like hangover pills that you take while you're drinking. And they have a lot of minerals and stuff in them and supplements that help with your hangover. So yeah, I hope that helps. And if you have any suggestions of other things that you think should be packed on a Sixthman cruise, make sure you leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear what I missed and maybe add it to a future video.